Hello, welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Mr. Shevlin, and if you're in the right place, you're watching the video on geometry. Um, couldn't have you come in person this year, bummed about that, but I made a video for you, so maybe 50% as good as coming in live. Maybe 50% is good. So who am I? This is my seventh year of teaching at Westland High School. I've taught math for 21 years in three different states. I started at my high school in California that I went to. And then we lived in Kentucky for 6 years that I taught, and then we moved up to Oregon, and we've been up here for almost 12 years now. Um, I received my bachelor's degree actually from USC in Southern California in biomedical mechanical engineering, which is not what most students think. Most students think, oh my gosh, you must have received your degree in math. But I did not. I got my degree in engineering because I was never going to become a math teacher. I wanted to make more money than that, and I thought I would go off and do something in engineering. When I was all done and I graduated, I didn't quite know what I wanted to get into, where I wanted to work, and I started coaching swimming at my high school and water polo, and then I started substitute teaching, and I realized I really enjoyed it. Um, every day was different; it was never the same. I enjoyed working with high school students. I thought they were fun. They had a lot of energy, as you know. Um, and so I just really liked it. And so I decided then that I was going to go back and get my degree, master's degree from USC, and I was going to end up getting my teaching credential, and I would just go ahead and teach math. So that's sort of what brought me into teaching. It wasn't anything I'd ever planned on doing my whole life. It's just something I figured out after I graduated college, and I really enjoyed doing it. And so I really do enjoy the students. Last year was sort of weird not having them in person until halfway through, and then even then I didn't have most of them. I only had like five or six that would come in person. So definitely different. I'm really excited that we're in person this year and we're back to sort of a normal as we can be. Um, but I get to visit them with them every day. We get to go over work every day. I get to do crazy things in front of the class and make them laugh every day. So those kind of things. I miss that. So I'm around a lot. I work at a lot of sporting events. I help coach swimming. Um, I live in the community. I have three kids. My oldest just graduated last year, so she's off in college. My middle daughter is a sophomore, and my youngest son is a seventh grader up at Rosemont. So you'll see me around, I'm sure. Um, I'm out there pretty often. But that is a little bit about who I am. I want to talk about the course a little bit. Um, I really want your child to be successful at math. A lot of times students come in with different math experiences. Some teachers they've loved in math, some teachers in math they've hated. Um, some of them love math, some of them don't like math. Um, I want them to have fun. I want them to enjoy math, no matter what type of math it is that I'm teaching them. So I try to make it as fun as possible. I want them to learn a lot. I also want them to have fun. Um, so geometry this year, right? We're gonna learn a lot. They're gonna learn trig. They're going to learn surface area volume, a lot of stuff they've never done before. I know they've done surface area volume, but they haven't done it to the extent that we're going to do it, and they haven't done it with trigonometry involved. So it definitely is going to step up a level, um, and that can be tough, but it's fun and it will be challenging at times. And but I always encourage them to come in and talk to me, get help from me if they're having issues. Um, what a typical day looks like in our class. They come in, they sit down. I usually have a warm up for them. I usually check off their homeworks and notes while they're working on their warm up. We'll go over the assignment. I'll answer any questions on the assignment. Then I'll usually teach them new material that day, and then we'll usually finish it off with maybe homework or going over something. So this year I'm trying to give them more time to do homework in class. So far, I have not been as successful at it. I'm still trying to get it right, timed right. But that's what I'm hoping. Give them time to do some homework in class and have them not take as much home. So if you don't see them doing a ton at home, check their assignment sheet. Make sure it has signatures on it. Let me show you what an assignment sheet sort of looks like. To give you an idea, I'll open up my Google Classroom so you can see it here. So if we go to our Google Classroom for period 4, This is what my assignment sheet looks like. They get these every week. And every week, if you want to see what they've done, you can look on here. So like today, I gave them notes on 1.1, and then their homework, it says to go to page 8 through 10 and do these problems. Um, so that's what they should work on tonight. Tomorrow, when they come in class, while they're doing warm up, I will sign off on their notes and I will sign off on their homework if it's completed. If it's completed and they've attempted everything, they will get their 5 points. If something was left out, they might get 4 or 3. If they do it late, it's not done today, but they come back Wednesday with it done, then they can get 4 out of 5 for it being late. So always look. This is probably the first place you want to look if you want to see if they're doing their assignments. Look and see, because if they're telling you they don't have homework and they're really finishing it in class, then you should see some signatures on these assignment sheets that they finished it already in class. So look at them, see if they're there. They should have them, especially toward the end of the week, because I don't take them until Monday. So if you want to look, don't tell them it's a secret. If you want to look and see if they've been doing their work that week, ask to see it over the weekend because I don't take it until Monday. And the only one that won't be signed off is that Friday one, maybe. So ask and see it over the weekend. If there's a lot missing on there, then they have not been telling you the truth and they might not have been doing their work. So that's another way. If you go into parent view and you see these will be put in parent view, week 1 assignment sheet, week 2 assignment sheet, and it'll have the point total. Like the one for this week is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 35 points this week. So if you go on there and you see 30 out of 35, you know they probably forgot one assignment. If you see 25 out of 35, they forgot 2 assignments. So that's sort of what you'll know. But to be able to know which assignments they're missing, you'd have to look at their assignment sheet. So they have them. I give them a hard copy, even though it's on Google Classroom. There's a hard copy given to them in class. If at all your student has to be quarantined at home, test positive for COVID, and they can't be in the classroom, this is where they need to go. They need to go to Google Classroom. They need to go to their classwork. They need to click on whatever. Every day I add the notes. Like today, here you go. You were absent today. You weren't in class today. There's the notes. Okay, you can look at the notes on there. There's the problems from the book. They can go and see the problems that they're going to work on. They're right there. And then there's the assignment sheet that tells them which problems they're supposed to do. Everything is there on Google Classroom if you're absent. And as we go throughout the week, I will add more and more and more to that week, so they can access the notes from that day that I export onto here. So it will be here. So they have access to what we're doing in class, even when they're at home, if they for some reason can't come. Um, the only thing they won't have access to is their tests and quizzes. So there's the Google Classroom, sort of important. Um, if you want to get signed up, you can also get signed up. I've seen the little links on there that has parents are signed in also. So if you ever don't know the login code, you can just send me an email and I'll send you the login code if you want to get on there. Um, Here's the breakdown of their grade. Homework and classwork, 25%. Tests and quizzes, 55%. Participation is another little bit of 5%. And then they got their semester final at 15%. We'll take that in February. So a little bit of everything. Tests and quizzes, definitely a majority of your grade. But the homework should help if they're doing good and turning in those assignment sheets. That homework and classwork should definitely bring that grade up. So always helpful. How can you help me? Check their grades on Parent View and their attendance. If you see any UAs, which is unexcused absences, or UTs, which is unexcused tardies, you might want to talk to them, especially if they're in my 4th period and they come after lunch. There are tardies after lunch, and I will mark them in the gradebook. So if you see a lot of UTs in their 4th period when you go on Parent View, you might want to talk to them that they're not coming into class on time, because I remind them all the time. But sometimes I think if you reminding them might make them remember a little bit more than if I'm reminding them all the time. So if we get them from both sides, maybe they'll learn how to get to class on time after lunch. You can email me if you have any concerns. I will give you my email address on the last slide here. Encourage them to come get extra help. I have on the Google Classroom, um, I didn't show you, but on the Google Classroom, I have a link that is an office hours link. So if they want to come and get help at Zoom and they're at home, they can come get help on Zoom after school. So that's a good place for them to come get help if they can't get help in person. Lunchtime, sometimes people come in and get help. So all great places to come in and get help. And then remind them to check Google Classroom. Check Google Classroom. Always be on top of Google Classroom. Um, I encourage them to ask questions in class, trying to get them to not be as shy. But I know I always have shy students. I didn't ask very many questions in class, but I'm trying to, as they get more comfortable with me and more comfortable with the class, they might come out of their shell a little bit and they might start asking some questions. They can come in and get tutoring after school. They can come see me at lunch. They can go to that Zoom link after school if they want. There's also the school offers tutoring. Used to be Tuesday, Thursday, 3:30 to 5 in the form. And they used to provide a bus for them to get home after that. So my impression is it's still going to be like that. I haven't heard for sure, but that's my impression right now. When will I contact you? I'll contact you if I think they're doing an amazing job. I just want to tell you the compliments to make you feel good and tell them. Um, or if I don't feel like they're working up to their potential, or if I feel like they're having too many tardies or their absence a lot from class, unexcused absences, not excused absences, but unexcused absences a lot from class, I might send an email home to let you know just to check with them. Um, you can always contact me. Here's my email, shevlins at wesleyanwilsonville.k12.or.us. And there is the phone number for my classroom here on my phone right back here. That's my voicemail. That would take you to my voicemail. But always email me if you have something. Um, Encourage them to come talk to me, right? We're all trying to teach our freshmen and our sophomores to do a little bit more on their own and be a little bit more self-sufficient and get themselves to come get help and get them to talk to their teacher. So, encourage them to do that because by the time they're seniors, I want them to be able to do that stuff and be like my oldest daughter in college. We're like, you got to do everything. It's real life now. We're not here to like make all your decisions and tell you what to do. So that's sort of we're baby stepping them. We're baby stepping them right now. But that's it. That's my presentation. Hopefully you enjoyed it and it wasn't too long. I know you got to go to another class. So thank you so much and we will see you later.